The courtroom is filled to capacity as lawyers await the verdict of the court on the elections of Governor Amosun Wike of Rivers, Senator Amosun of Ogun State, and Mr. David Umahi of Ebonyi State. The proceedings opened with arguments of the parties. Lawyer to Governor Wike in his argument told the court that the use or non-use of the card reader cannot be a ground for nullifying an election. This position was adopted by the lawyer representing the People's Democratic Party and INEC. Arguing on points of law, lawyer to the all-progressive candidate, Mr. Dakuku Peterside, insists that the election was marred by widespread violence and multiple voting. After listening to the arguments, Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun set aside the judgment of the appeal court, which upheld the nullification of Mr. Wike's election by an election petition tribunal. Lawyers to Governor Wike and the People's Democratic Party comment on the judgment.
We have had a long journey, but we thank God and we thank the Supreme Court that eventually the law has been allowed to prevail. You can imagine the volume of injustice that has been done so far by the two courts below.
Naturally, we are happy that the battle that started almost 6 months ago is ended, and it's a battle that has been fought diligently, fairly on both sides.
Lawyer to Mr. Dakuku Peterside also expressed his opinion on the judgment.
It's their duty to decide, and they have decided.
Governor Amosun Wike had approached the Apex Court with 20 grounds of appeal, arguing that the election petition tribunal relied on hearsay and inadmissible evidence to arrive at his judgment, nullifying his election. The Supreme Court also affirmed the election of Senator Amosun as the duly elected governor of Ogun State on the ground that the appeal filed by Mr. Adigboyega Isiaka lacks merit. Lawyer to Senator Amosun applauds the verdict of the Apex Court.
The judgment in respect of Ogun has given a very decent barrier to the petition filed by Isiaka, and I hope that all hands will be on deck now to move that state or join the governor to move the state forward.
In another judgment, the Apex Court dismissed the appeal filed by the Labour Party governorship candidate, Mr. Edward Nkwegu, challenging the election of Mr. David Umahi as the governor of Ebonyi State. The Apex Court has, however, fixed the 12th of February 2016 to give reasons for affirming the elections of governors Amosun Wike, Amosun, and David Umahi.